Welcome back to Horoscope TV. Um, Imagine driving down the highway at like 100 miles an hour,
Oh yeah, fast.
right? The radio's blasting, the windows are down, and you have this perfectly clear, straight road right in front of you. You feel totally in control.
Sounds like a great drive.
It is. But then, without any warning at all, the paved road just turns into deep, muddy water. The tires spin, the engine is working harder, but you are not moving forward anymore. You're just stuck. And the more you hit the gas, the deeper you sink.
That is such a frustrating feeling.
It totally is. And that feeling of hitting the brakes when all you really want to do is speed up, that is exactly what the sky has planned for you, our Aries listener, as we map out the astrological data for the week of March 16 to March 22, 2026.
It's a really specific energy we're tracking this week.
Yeah, it is a wild ride of a week for you, Aries. Our mission today is to carefully map out all these forecasts for your love life, your money, your career. And I promise it starts in the mud, but it absolutely ends up among the stars.
It really does. What's fascinating here is how the data tells a story of extreme contrast for Aries. When we map out where the planets are, how they move, and the angles they make.
Like a giant clog.
Right. Exactly, like a clock with dozens of hands moving at totally different speeds. Our job is just to read the time for you. And for Aries, this week is all about learning when to let the engine idle and when to finally just flood it with gas.
Right. And I want to make sure we keep this super simple today. We're not going to throw around confusing astrology jargon or, big words without breaking them down.
No, definitely not. We want to explain how this actually feels in your living room or, in your bank account.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because you, the Aries listener, are about to go through a massive shift. You are the fire starter. But Monday, March 16th, does not look like a fire at all. It looks like a really heavy rainstorm.
That is the perfect way to describe it. So on
Right.
March 16th, the data shows that the moon moves into the sign of Pisces.
Okay, so the moon in Pisces, let's break that down.
Right, so up in the sky, the moon's gravity physically pulls the oceans. It creates the tides. And in our astrological data, we track the moon as the puller of our feelings.
So it pulls our inner tide.
Exactly, yeah. It rules our daily moods and habits. And on this Monday, that emotional magnet moves into Pisces, which is a water sign. But it's not just any water sign.
It's like the deep ocean, right?
Yes, it's the deepest water, not a shallow creek, but the cold, dark, quiet bottom of the ocean. It's dreamy, highly sensitive, and it brings this really deep need to just pull away from all the noise and completely rest.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because I know Aries energy. Aries is pure fire. It's all about action and noise. How in the world does a fire sign handle being pulled to the bottom of the ocean? Isn't it nearly impossible for a fast-moving Aries to suddenly hit the brakes and stay quiet? It sounds like trying to hold a wild horse in a tiny pen.
It really does. And if you throw water on a fire, you don't get a nice quiet puddle.
Right, you get steam. Hot, hissing steam. So is Monday going to feel like being trapped in a boiling steam room?
It absolutely can feel that way, yes, if you try to fight it. That's the danger here. If you wake up on Monday and try to force your usual loud, fast energy into the day, you're just going to create all that uncomfortable steam.
So you'll just feel restless and stuck.
Totally stuck, like walking through thick mud. The trick is to read the sky. The data is asking you to just turn the fire down to a very low glow. Get some deep healing sleep, recharge your batteries.
But what if an Aries has to work on Monday? Should they just call in sick?
If you can, maybe. But if you have to work, just change your style. Don't lead a loud meeting. Don't pitch a bold new idea. Just work quietly behind the scenes. Close your office door, put on some headphones, and just finish a project perfectly.
Okay, I get that. Sweep the floor, don't build a new house. But there's another piece of data on Monday that looks, well, a little more complicated. Mercury is making a square to Lilith.
Yes, that is a tricky transit.
So who are the players here? Let's start with Mercury.
Well, Mercury is the fast-moving messenger planet. It rules how we talk, emails, short trips, and all the small, fast details of daily life, like paying bills.
The moving gears of our routine. Got it. And what about Lilith? Because that sounds kind of spooky.
It is a little mysterious, yeah. Lilith isn't a solid rock planet. In our data, Black Moon Lilith is a mathematical point in space. The moon's orbit is an oval, not a circle, so there's an empty, dark point where the moon is farthest from Earth. That's Lilith.
An empty, dark point. Wow, and what does that mean for us?
It represents the hidden things, our shadows, hidden fears, buried secrets, the stuff we sweep under the floorboards.
Oh boy. And they are forming a square, which means they're clashing, right? like a 90-degree angle crash at an intersection.
Exactly. It creates friction and stress. The messenger crashes into the hidden shadows.
So what happens to our Aries listener when those two crash?
The data warns that hidden details will be dragged out into the light.
Yep.
Financially, this means a hidden money issue might cause a minor panic.
Like a forgotten subscription suddenly draining your account.
Yes. Or a lost bill that's suddenly overdue. And romantically, it means keeping secrets from your partner must be completely avoided to keep pure trust.
No lies. Absolute direct honesty.
Exactly. The friction will force the truth out anyway, and trying to lie on a tired Pisces moon day will just backfire terribly.
Which leads right into the biggest warning. The worst match for you on Monday is a Scorpio. Why is Scorpio so dangerous right now?
Because Scorpio is fixed water. They're ice. When they get upset under this transit, they freeze up and become highly secretive.
Oh, and Aries hates that. Aries wants direct honesty. Just tell me why you're mad.
Right, but Scorpio will just sit there and say, nothing. And playing that guessing game will exhaust your pure, fiery energy. So the advice is to completely avoid Scorpio's heavy energy on Monday. Just walk away.
That makes total sense. Protect your energy. But this quiet, frustrating mud doesn't last long, does it?
No, it really doesn't. Monday is just pulling the slingshot back. It's forced rest. Because just 2 days later, on Wednesday, March 18th, the sky completely changes.
Right. Sudden lightning bolts. Let's talk about Wednesday. The sun sextiles Uranus.
Yes, a sextile is a friendly 60-degree angle. It's like two cars driving side by side, passing snacks back and forth.
I love that. And the sun is our core self, but Uranus is, well, Uranus is the weirdo of the planets, right?
It's a great oddball, yeah. It physically rolls on its side. It's the planet of sudden surprises, awakeners, and wild breakthroughs.
So Uranus brings sudden changes. Is this like winning a tiny lottery or more like suddenly finding a $20 bill in your old jeans?
More like the $20 bill. It's a massive burst of bright energy, sudden flashes of total genius at work.
Oh, so how do you use that genius without stepping on your strict boss's toes?
You use the friendly sextile energy to charm them. Frame your sideways wild idea as a brilliant tool to help the boss win.
Smart. Make them look good. And this also hits your health, right? A sudden inspiration for a fun new exercise routine.
Yes, Uranus hates boredom, so skip the treadmill and try a wild dance class or rock climbing. Move that fast energy.
Okay, so work and health are electric. But what about love and money? Because Venus is squaring Jupiter on Wednesday too. And you said a square is a crash.
It is a crash, but it's a crash between the planet of love, Venus, and the planet of luck and expansion, Jupiter.
Oh, so it's a good crash?
It's an explosion of glitter. Jupiter makes things bigger, so this tension makes you incredibly generous and deeply passionate. You'll want to completely spoil your romantic partner.
Wow, like walking past a jewelry store and just buying something crazy on a whim.
Totally. Your heart feels huge. And financially, the pressure of this square can release an unexpected financial gift or a new opportunity to make extra money easily.
The dam breaks and the cash flows. That is awesome. And who is the absolute best match to share this amazing Wednesday energy with?
Oh, the data is very clear. It's Leo.
Leo, another fire sign.
Exactly. You show the exact same fiery and enthusiastic approach to life. Leo thrives on that expansive Venus-Jupiter energy. They love to be spoiled, and they are super generous back.
So fun, like a feedback loop of buying each other drinks and celebrating.
Yes. And Leo understands your need for independence, but they still give you the warm, loyal affection you crave.
Because they're secure in themselves. They don't get jealous if Aries runs off to conquer a hill.
Right. They'll just say, go have fun and come tell me about it later. It makes your shared adventures completely memorable.
That is the perfect companion. And these sudden gifts and genius ideas are exactly the tools you'll need for what happens next. Because the very next day, Thursday, March 19, is a massive pivot point.
Yes, the pace is relentless. Thursday is the new moon in Pisces.
So we're back in Pisces water. But a new moon means the sky is completely dark, right?
Yes, it's the dark soil. Time to plant seeds for the future. You need to quietly set brand new career goals.
Quietly? Because the seed needs to stay underground to grow.
Exactly. Don't shout about it yet. Just write it in a notebook.
Yeah.
And it's also a time to completely heal your emotional spirit through quiet meditation.
And releasing romantic baggage safely, right? How does an Aries actually do that?
You just have to feel the weight of those old bags and intentionally put them down. Pisces is the drain at the bottom of the sink. Let the past wash away. And trust your intuition regarding your savings.
Trust your gut. If it says save, save.
Spot on, because later that exact same day, the moon leaves Pisces and enters Aries.
Boom. The inside matches the outside.
Yes. You suddenly feel highly attractive, completely irresistible, and full of incredible emotional strength.
Because they're speaking fire again instead of water.
Exactly. You feel right at home in your skin.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Because the very next day, Friday, March 20, the sun officially enters Aries.
Yes, the astrological new year, the start of spring.
Happy birthday season, Aries. This is huge. The data says physical vitality hits an absolute peak, earning confidence skyrockets, and you take total charge at work.
Yeah.
But wait, going from that quiet meditation on Thursday straight into total boss mode on Friday.
Right.
That's like walking out of a dark movie theater right into bright afternoon sunlight.
It is a massive shock to the system.
So how does Aries handle that sudden heat without blinding everyone around them?
That's the real challenge. If we connect this to the bigger picture, releasing the old baggage on Thursday made room for this massive confidence boost. But you have to focus on warming the room, not burning it down.
Don't be a dictator. Be a warm sun.
Yes, share the light. Build up your coworkers instead of just yelling orders. And luckily, the universe is giving you a green light on Friday to help with this. Mercury goes direct.
Oh, the messenger planet is moving forward again.
Exactly. The optical illusion of the retrograde is over. Confusing delays are wiped away.
So clear communication and love is back.
Yes, and you can safely sign business contracts now. And best of all, delayed payments finally arrive securely.
The mental stress is completely relieved. The roadblocks are gone.
The highway is clear and you can hit the gas.
Which brings us to the grand finale. Sunday, March 22, Mars trines Jupiter.
This is incredible energy. Mars is your ruling planet, Aries. It's the god of war, the raw muscle of the sky.
And it's making a trine to Jupiter, the planet of massive luck. A trine is that perfectly smooth, frictionless angle, right?
Exactly. Driving down a freshly paved hill. This brings incredible luck, massive motivation, massive financial luck, pure abundance, and the exact courage needed to succeed massively.
So what does this all mean? Mars and Jupiter together sounds like putting rocket fuel into your gas tank.
It is pure rocket fuel. If you've been scared to take a leap, Sunday is the day to jump.
But with all this wild motivation, we have to talk about the other thing happening on Sunday. The Sun meets Neptune.
Yes, a conjunction with Neptune, the planet of dreams and fog.
So your core self melts into this dreamy space. It brings beautiful romantic dreams and deep spiritual connections.
Yes, it softens the warrior. You have a romantic, spiritual reason to fight.
But with all that rocket fuel and spiritual dreaming, how do we make sure we just don't burn the engine out? Is that why drinking water is so essential right now? The data says you must stay perfectly hydrated.
Yes, that is a crucial physical warning. Your body is processing extreme heat. Adrenaline, joy, motivation. That takes a toll. Neptune rules water, and it's asking you to cool the engine. If you don't drink actual water, you'll get a severe headache and ruin the lucky energy.
Drink a glass of water, Aries. Seriously. Okay, before we wrap, let's gather your lucky tools for the week. First, your lucky color is red. Specifically, the color code hashtag FF0000.
That is the purest, brightest digital red. It's the color of Mars, the color of rust and iron. Wear it as a visual battery to remind yourself of your courage.
I love that. And your best dates are March 18, 19, and 20.
Wednesday for sparks, Thursday for planting seeds, Friday for your bright sunburst birthday energy. Plan your big moves for those days.
And finally, your lucky numbers, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, and 42. Wait a second, this is just the 7 times table.
It is, but it's not a math quiz.
Good, because I'd fail it.
7 is the number of a completed cycle in the sky, like the 7 visible planets or a 7-day moon phase.
That's completion.
Yes. You're starting your new astrological year, so the universe gives you the number of completion and rebirth. And giving you the multiples of 7 means your luck is expanding and multiplying as you move forward.
Luck multiplying over and over. I mean, what an incredible journey. From hiding in the mud on Monday to having rocket fuel and spiritual dreams by Sunday.
It really is a masterpiece of a week.
But you know, this raises an important question. When the delays are gone, your pockets are full, and you have the courage of a warrior. What happens next?
That is the ultimate test.
Right. Once you conquer your own goals this week, how will you use this massive, unstoppable, fiery energy to light the way for someone else? Think about it, Aries. Thank you so much for listening to this episode on Horoscope TV.
It's been a great one.
It has. If you want to keep tracking the cosmic weather with us, make sure to subscribe so you can get notified the moment the next episode is available. Have a fantastic week.